Welcome to this video on the autoimmune protocol, AIP. My name is Ashley Anderson, registered dietitian, personal trainer, and owner of MOVE Fully Nourished, where we specialize in nutrition and exercise coaching using an integrative approach to help active adults achieve optimal health, healing the mind, body, and spirit. Our integrative approach is designed to empower you as well as transform your lifestyle and relationship with food forever. Do you have an autoimmune disorder? Or have you been diagnosed with several? Did you know that there are more than 80 types of autoimmune disorders? A few examples include rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, inflammatory bowel diseases like Crohn's disease or ulcerative colitis, multiple sclerosis, MS, type 1 diabetes, psoriasis, Graves' disease, Hashimoto's thyroiditis, myasthenia gravis, Addison's disease, celiac disease, pernicious anemia, and Sjögren's syndrome, just to name a few. An autoimmune disorder occurs when the body's immune system misinterprets healthy body tissue and attacks or destroys it. An autoimmune disorder may affect one or more organs or tissue types, cause abnormal growth of an organ or change in function, and or the destruction of body tissue impacting blood vessels, connective tissues, joints, muscles, red blood cells, skin, and the endocrine glands. It is also possible that a person has one or more autoimmune disorders simultaneously. In order to reduce inflammation, improve or eliminate symptoms, balance hormones, repair the gut, and regulate the immune system, we use the AIP or autoimmune protocol with our clients. This is a science-based elimination and reintroduction diet and lifestyle protocol that involves removing food-driven sources of inflammation while increasing intake of nutrient-dense foods and addressing lifestyle factors like sleep, stress management, movement, and connection with nature and humans to manage and improve inflammatory markers of the autoimmune disease or diseases. There are 3 phases that we plan and use to implement with our clients. It's transition, maintenance, and reintroduction. Phase 1 is transition and preparing to follow the autoimmune diet. We first help our clients understand which foods are exacerbating their symptoms and how to transition to include more nutrient-dense foods that help to decrease systemic inflammation and the body's misinterpretation of healthy tissue. This is best introduced slowly and with detailed guidance as we work together to create an environment set up for success. Phase 2 is maintenance and full transition. The second phase is full immersion of the elimination of anti-inflammatory foods and maintain the diet for 30 days and helping the body heal. Many people do need those 60 to 90 days to really optimize their healing process. And if symptoms last longer while following the elimination diet to a T, then we need to pull in other healthcare providers. Phase 3 is reintroduction and improvement. The final phase occurs when individual has measured improvements of their symptoms from the original ailments, as well as improved laboratory values and markers of inflammation from diet and lifestyle changes. And a person has also spent 30 to 90 days, again, being fully compliant with the elimination phase. And at the end of this phase, the individual's diet is personalized and nutrient dense with the least amount of restriction possible by slowly adding certain foods back in without causing symptoms to return. If a food is reintroduced and brings back symptoms, that particular food may need to be eliminated for a longer period of time or indefinitely. Now you may be wondering what foods are eliminated in phase 1 and 2. Here is a short list and you can find more on our blog. All grains, so corn, all gluten, pseudograins, quinoa, amaranth, all of those, all dairy, all legumes, that includes soy, peanuts, and beans, all processed vegetable oils like canola, soybean, corn, rapeseed, cottonseed, and safflower, all processed food chemicals ingredients like dyes or preservatives or thickeners, all refined sugar and non-nutritive sweeteners like high fructose corn syrup and stevia, all nuts and seeds. This includes seed-based spices like coffee and chocolate, all fruit and berry-based spices, all nightshade family vegetables and the spices that are derived from them, all eggs, and all alcohol. Now, you might be wondering, what can I eat with a list like that? And it may sound very limiting, but there are actually a ton of foods included. Adding a variety of nutrient-dense foods is critical, and it's a critical component of the successful outcomes that clients with autoimmune disorders have. Let me list off a few of the really important ingredients that we include, and you can find this full list and examples on our blog at movefullynourished.com. Organ meats like liver and heart. And if you're making a face at that first ingredient, let me assure you that the way it's used is hidden in dishes that you would never know it's there. Plus, if you've never had heart before, it actually has a very tender and non-ironing flavor that liver can have. Okay, I digress. Let's move on. Fish and shellfish. And we use the latest recommendations from the Environmental Working Group There's seafood recommendations to make sure that mercury levels are kept low. Vegetables of all kinds, as much variety as much as possible, the whole rainbow. Aim for 8 servings a day. And you can see this long list of veggies included in our blog post at MoveFullyNourished.com. Seasonings like cinnamon, cloves, garlic, ginger, saffron, turmeric, and sea salt. Quality meats like grass-fed, pasture-raised, wild as much as possible. Healthy fats, like again, pasture-raised, grass-fed animal fats as part of the cut of the meat, or fatty fish, avocado oil, coconut oil, olives, fruits, probiotic fermented foods, glycine-rich foods like bone broth. Also, it's important to source from the best quality ingredients you can and eat as much variety as possible. After 30 to 90 days of adhering to the autoimmune protocol and reevaluating symptoms, it is then time to reintroduce certain foods in a systemic order. There are 4 stages of reintroduction and certain foods that are introduced one at a time at each stage. Each food introduced in a specific order, starting with the most nutrient dense, like egg yolks and legume sprouts, through the least nutrient dense, like coca, like chocolate. Depending on each individual's response to each food, the goal is to arrive at the least restrictive diet that helps promote the best healthy outcomes. Foods that are added back in must help to expand the diet, but not bring back symptoms. And if a food causes symptoms, it may need to be eliminated for a longer period of time or indefinitely. Lifestyle factors also important. So besides the diet, other important lifestyle factors that are equally as important as the nutritional changes are sleep, stress, movement, and connection. It's extremely important for those with autoimmune disorders that they get quality sleep, between 7 to 9 hours per night, to manage stress or decrease the allostatic load while building stress resilience, moving their body in ways that feels joyful while improving strength and flexibility, and connect to humans and nature in order to help regulate the immune system, balancing out hormones and aiding in the healing process itself. There is so much more that goes into this process of managing an autoimmune disease. And realistically, this topic today could have been an hour-long video. But the key point is that there is so much powerful research on the benefits of taking a holistic approach to health and wellness and managing autoimmune diseases through a holistic and functional approach. At Move Fully Nourished, we are living proof that a functional approach is possible to eradicate symptoms, reduce inflammatory laboratory markers, and get on with life, living it to the fullest. If you'd like to read more about our own personal journeys, you can find out about our stories at MoveFullyNourished.com. Thanks so much for tuning in. Have a great rest of your day.